Well, thanks for coming. Um, I want to talk a little bit about a few things before we get into your questions. Really proud of the kids for how they battled on Saturday. Uh, very tough loss. But our football team is game, tough, never quits, getting better every week, and very pleased with their progress. Um, Now, on to Tulane. Um, this is the first time in 26 days we're home with the bye week and our two travel days. And it'll be good to be home. Um, um, Anybody heard anything about sales? Where are we on that? Are we good? Sales? For what that? Big student crowd. Okay. Um, this is a very good football team. Um, I think they're I think I'll say it this way. I think the two best teams we will have played on our roster this year, and we've played some good ones, really good ones. Are Indiana and Tulane, and I'm not saying that in any particular order because Tulane almost beat K-State and Oklahoma. Um, they've won 29 games since the start of 2022, which puts them in the company with schools like Georgia, Oregon, and a place I'm familiar with, Michigan. They're on a 14-game win streak in the conference, and this will be the fourth team we face this season who's either ranked or receiving votes. Really like their head coach. He's a younger guy, but then again, everybody's a younger guy. He's in his first season at Tulane, but he's a football guy. He's a tough, a very nice guy, very nice guy. But he's an old school football guy. They want to run the ball, and they want to stop the run. They're very balanced. It's the way you want a football team to be. You know, they're averaging 200 yards a week on the ground and 200 in the air, and there's not many schools that are doing that. I think there's only 11 teams in the country that are doing that right now. They are a completely elite team. I think their preference is they'd like to run the ball right at you and make you stop the run, which, you know, we have shown that we have struggled with that in the past. The quarterback, by the way, the running backs they've got two really good running backs. But the kid Hughes he's averaging over 100 a game, and he's very close to getting 1,000 already for the season. And he's a push the pile, clearly turn block for two into 4 or 5. I think he's a really good player. And their quarterback is a young fellow named Darian Mensah. He's a redshirt freshman, and he beat out a really highly touted portal guy that they brought in, like one of the most elite players coming out of high school that I think came from Oregon, went to University of Oregon, and Tulane got him in the portal, and this young fellow beat him out. He can throw it and he can run it too, and so he's a very good player. Their defense is really tough. We're going to see a lot of 3 down and 4 down, you know, Okie, and then 4-man fronts. They're really good in the defensive line. Their linebackers are really good players. We tried to get one of them here, and actually thought we had him committed until he took his trip to Tulane, and he's I think the captain there now and doing really well. And in the back, they are extremely athletic and long, and they can run. They are clearly, you know, they remind me a lot of, as far as the quality of their players, they remind me a lot of SMU last year, and these guys can compete in the Power 4 conference like SMU is showing everybody they can. The one difference is these guys, I think, are actually more physical than SMU was. and more of a propensity to want to run the football. So that's how I see this, um, and I'll answer any questions you have.
You mentioned Mensa. You faced a lot of good quarterbacks already this season. A lot of them very unique in their own right. What is unique about Mensa that you've seen on tape that could provide a lot of challenges for you guys Thursday?
Well, he's a really good runner. First of all, he's a big kid, right? And he's a really good runner. He's but he's also an equally good passer. I mean, he's got a very strong arm, and he can extend plays with his feet if you have him covered. So you got to cover guys for longer than you normally want to cover guys, which has also been a problem for us. Um, and he will pull it down and run enough to hurt you. But he's a quarterback, and he wants to throw it when he gets a chance, and he's done a hell of a job. When you average 200 and 200, that's really, really good football. And he's a smart kid. He does not make a lot of mistakes. So they've got a good one there.
Physicality from Tulane's perspective. Navy, obviously, very physical team. Memphis, a good football team. Now another physical team. What do you like about the way you guys have responded to other teams' physicality?
Well, I don't. We didn't respond very well at Navy in the first quarter, but for the last three quarters, we responded very well. We held them to 92 yards and outgained them. But you got to do it for a whole game. I thought we were very physical against East Carolina and against Memphis. Very physical. We play physically. We just need to be Thursday in the right gaps and in the right positions. And then when you get a chance to tackle this guy, you've got to tackle this guy. He's I want to make sure I don't make any mistakes on this, but I think he's the best back we've played so far this year. He's the Hampton kid and him. I would say the Hampton kid and him are the best backs.
How do you guys want to bring short week? How does, I guess, maybe strength training, nutrition, how does all that kind of come into play when you have to, I guess, refuel that quickly for another physical game?
Yeah, this is a tough stretch. Bye week, 2 aways, and then a Thursday. And I always try to be as transparent as I can with you guys. The football team is tired. I mean, they're tired, and little bumps are becoming bigger bumps, and little bruises are becoming bigger bruises, and they have to do all the things you have to do too that people don't think about. We get up early and practice in the morning, but now they're all going to go to class for the rest of the afternoon, and then they're going to come in and do academic study hall, and then they have to get their lifts in. When they were in this morning, today was a 6 a.m. lift or something, so their days are very full. So we've tried to take some of that off of them with how we've practiced. The problem is that you have to have some physicality when you're playing a team like Tulane in a short week. So, but I do think our nutrition staff is really on top of it. Our sports performance guys are tailoring our workouts to keep our kids as fresh and as strong as we possibly can.
Of the fatigue, how has the team performed in practice so far this week, and doing, maybe flushing that Memphis game, although learning from it?
Okay, Cam. So yesterday was Monday, and usually that day for us is like a shakeout day. Where you're just stretching and we do some light conditioning and stuff like that. Because of the short week, we had to change that, obviously, and we had a longer practice, more physical than we would. And I thought yesterday was just okay because it was a little bit of a culture shock, I think, for them. Their bodies, we got back from Memphis at 8:30 or so. Their bodies are, hey, we need a day, and you don't get a day on a short week. Today, we actually picked up the intensity. We put pads on today, and they were outstanding today. So, something about them and pads. Look, the team plays hard all the time, and physical all the time. I actually almost got put in the hospital today by Osita. He went on a pass rush, and I was writing something on my tablet, and I looked up, and his face mask was right in my face, going really fast. So, but I survived. But today was a good day. We need tomorrow to be a good day too, and then we have to get them off their feet and get them hydrated and ready to roll, because it's the same for both teams, right? It's hard for Tulane, it's hard for us, but then it's a 7:30 game, So, but we're excited about it because we're going to be on TV, and I think Sports Center is going to be on campus. I can't wait for our students to come out. It's Halloween. I can't wait to see what they look like, and how many of them show up will be hilarious. I would love it to be a stadium mostly full of those people, but it's going to be a great night for football in Charlotte, right? It's going to be just great.
That with Sports Center being on campus, what does that mean to you for this campus and this program to get that kind of national exposure for a big game like this?
Well, it means a lot. I mean, we've gotten a lot of national exposure the last year and a half, a lot, and it's good for our school. It's good for our school's public profile. It's good for our students. I think they think it's fun, when there's cameras out and watching. And I think this will be the third week in a row we're on national television. And this is the game, Thursday night. This will be, I think, the feature kind of game. And I think it's fun when the kids come to those kind of things. It'll be fun for our players. But it's important, too, because when you're trying to build a team, usually you're not in the spotlight. You're out of it until you get it built, if you get it built. We've been blessed because we've been in it, and it's really helped us in recruiting and things like that.
Last week, that each quarterback has to earn the right to start. So this week, on a short week, you kind of have to make that decision quicker. Who's earned the right to start Thursday?
I won't know until tomorrow. I will know tomorrow after practice. Actually, they've both had really good weeks. Max has had his best week since being hurt. Pretty struggled a little bit this week, but not terribly.
Dealt with obviously a hard schedule, some hard injuries this year. Have you seen, I guess, the mental maturity of this team grow from very beginning of fall camp to kind of where it is now? Have you seen that growth with the mental side of this?
Well, it's grown a lot, Luke, but it's been them. It's been their faith in God. It's been their love for each other. It's been their love for being on this team. This place has become like to say, use the word almost oasis for portal players, and that we're able to attract really good guys that just need a chance, and so they wind up falling in love with the school and the program. And we brought in 71 new players, and but we needed to, and I think that we will return an unbelievable team next year, unless we can't afford to. That's just the reality of it. But if all things being even, if we can get some NIL money and retain some guys, we're going to retain a really good football team with a culture of toughness and respect for one another and faith in God and caring about the university and caring about. Right now, the kids on this team want to be the people that set the foundation for the trajectory change in Charlotte football. That's how they're looking at it. They're looking at it like they're pioneers. And I think that doesn't come from me. I didn't bring that up. That's really cool. So I think, like in recruiting, to keep that culture, we won't bring in many at all. I mean, if we bring in 15 or so from the portal, or that'll be a ton. And so you got all these guys coming back, which means it will even be better next year.
coach to see guys who wanted that opportunity get the opportunity and really take advantage of it. What's that like as a coach, getting to see guys really taking advantage of these opportunities?
It's the most rewarding thing, to help a young person get a chance to do what they love and do it in the right way. You know, put some discipline around them and some rules around them, because what I'm finding out is, even in today's world of social media and all that kind of stuff, kids do respond to discipline and they like it, and they want to be loved. And part of being loved is you have to have boundaries. I guess a good word to put around it. And it's so good to see that kids respond to that. And I had a guy come into my office yesterday, just out of the blue. And if you ever want to hang around and just see what's going on, just stand outside my office for a day. It is like awesome. I mean, I've never been in a place where guys are going in the head coach's office like that. And sometimes I'm not even there. They go on and sleep on my couch. But Chance Williams came in yesterday. And he's from Florida, played at Miami. And played a fairly significant amount at Miami. But he just wanted a fresh start. And he is an outstanding human being. And he came in and said, I just want to thank you for giving me a chance to be. He's had an unbelievable year, too. For giving me a chance to be here. I'm so happy I'm here. I'm so happy I came here. And then we sat down and talked about the fact that his poor mom had gone through a pretty substantial hurricane thing. And he's helping her out. And he's just a great kid. And they're the things, Luke, that make you go, okay, this is why I go to bed so late and why I get up so early and why when my phone buzzes at 3:30 in the morning and it's a guy, I'm happy to take it.
It's a lot of physical games lately, both offensively and defensively. How do you guys kind of recover in that shorter time period before Thursday?
I'd say it's a lot of experience. I don't know. I've been in the tubs a lot, taking care of the body. It's all, you got to know your body, how to recover throughout the week. Stay off your feet. Don't do anything dumb throughout the week. Just stay off it. Get some good reps with your guys during the practices, and take care of your body. That's how I take care of it.
I would just say we all buying in on the execution, just the scheme we got going. Just make sure we're in the right spot. Just recognizing, in certain situations, recognizing what they want to do and what they're trying to do. So, yeah, so that's really it.
Oh, and DB, you guys obviously at 2:00 on Thursday, you guys probably heard about this, but you're going to have everybody everywhere. If they look at a TV, ESPN's on, they're going to see Charlotte's campus. And then at 7:30, obviously, you guys are going to be doing your thing out there.
Right.
What does it just mean to you guys when you think about it now, just the fact that anywhere everybody is, they're going to be seeing Charlotte's campus and then you guys playing at night on that national stage?
I feel like it's a big opportunity for our whole organization, the students, like you said, exposing the campus and just playing in this game. It's a blessing that we get to put in this position and we can, show our talents and stuff like that. So, yeah.
I think it's pretty cool because I've been here just as a fan for a while, as a high schooler, just coming to some games. I've seen this place grow a lot. So it's pretty cool to see it continue to grow. And that's what I'm trying to do before my last year, is get it growing as much as I can when I come back in 10, 20 years and have a big stadium outside, bigger everything, and see it grow some more. It's going to be pretty cool.
For you growing up around here and seeing this place as for the past, since this football program started to become in existence, and then seeing it, how it's grown to what it is now and what you hope to see it grow to in the future even more?
You want it to be like the Bama and Georgia, but you got to take it day by day at a time. You can't just take that jump in one day. You got to keep putting in work day by day, week by week, month by month. Just game at a time, and it'll take care of itself.
Told that Memphis tried to keep you off the stat sheet, keep a PBU away from you. But once that was credited to you, you're the all-time leader in school history now. So what's that mean to you? Even if you don't necessarily focus on personal stats, that's got to feel good.
Of course, I'd be a fool just to say it don't mean nothing. It's definitely a milestone. I'm just highly blessed, and I'm just grateful for this opportunity that Coach Poggi gave me to come here and to leave my mark. It's something that's definitely like gets me going, and just keep me motivated to do better and never settle.
Elaborate on that a little bit. You got enough chance this week to get a lot more. Tulane rather likes to throw the ball around. Got a good quarterback. So what have you seen from their offense that's going to provide a challenge? And how do you hope to live up to that challenge?
It is explosive. I feel like that's the way to describe them. They live off explosive and running the ball. So I just got to make the most of my opportunity, and just throughout the whole game to stay level-headed.
Both of you guys, but after a hard-fought game in Memphis, can there almost be a benefit a little bit to being able to wash it away so quickly, being back on the field so quickly, back in a game so quickly? How beneficial can that be in some ways?
Right. It can be positive, because like you said, we can just flush everything that we probably did wrong individually or as a team. But at the same time, we learned from our mistakes from last week, just in certain situations, and just to get the job done this week.
Oh, what's he going to elaborate
I was
on?
just going to say the same thing. I mean, it's nice to get that taste out of your mouth. You get to play Thursday instead of Saturday and wait an extra 2 days.
Question for you was, what have you seen on film from their defense that you can maybe exploit, try to find holes in their defense?
So I just run what I'm told to run. I think we have a good plan coming in. I'm excited to run it, and I'm going to do everything I can to make it work.
I appreciate you.